welcome, Frederic. How are you?
Hello, Pietro. Hello, everybody.
Bonsoir, Frederic.
Bonsoir. Hello. Welcome on board.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We were saying, sorry, no, I was just saying, Frederic, that you were one of the first to believe in our concept as well, the limited edition, for the support of independent watchmaking. So a big thank you to you for that.
No
and a big thank to Johnny for letting us discover your work as well.
I think, Frederic, I don't know if you remember, we go back several years.
Yes, maybe I think during the last Basel World in 2017.
Possibly.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, it was the last Basel World for me.
Right. I think I can remember seeing your watches and your wonderful assistant who was demonstrating the Syria collection, which was just absolutely breathtaking. And as I said to Pietro, like nothing else out there, so unique, so distinctive, absolutely full of character and personality. And I was a big fan for many years. And but of course, your company, you established your brand as far back as I think as 2008. Mm-hmm. And by that time, you'd already worked with the beautiful movements at Minerva.
Exactly. Yeah. In 2002, 18 years ago, I started like watch designer with Minerva company in Virey.
So before Minerva was acquired by Montblanc, by the Richemont Group.
After that, exactly in 2007, the Minerva company sold to Richemont.
Interesting. And I had just left Richemont those days, and I remember that was a big thing. Mm-hmm. Of course, Richemont was trying to integrate some of the in-house manufacturing facilities with obviously Jaeger-LeCoultre, Roger Dubuis, exactly. Minerva, etc., etc. Exciting. And then, Frederic, you started, I think, at the age of 27, putting together a simple mechanism such as the Mystery Tourbillon, a little bit like Chaikin with the Easter calendar clock. How did you? What was your idea with that project, and how did you develop that in those early years?
For example, for Minerva, it was for me my first experience in the watchmaking development, and of course, I took the passion about the watchmaking, especially with the very special movement. And also, it was a big challenge. In Minerva, we had a small team, and maybe maximum 20 people, and we produced everything with CNC machine. We assembled totally the movement, and yes, it was my first great experience.
Fantastic. And Johnny, then where else can you move from Minerva if not to Concepto and actually putting together Concepto as a concept? Now, Johnny, we mention Concepto very often, don't we? And here we go to the real beginning of the history of Concepto.
Absolutely. Concepto, if people aren't familiar with, are movement specialists that have empowered a lot of small independent brands to with their technology, with their innovation, and that because a lot of small independents, and not even small independents, some of the recognized names rely on that kind of invention and that innovation that Concepto specialize in?
We started at 2 people only for Concepto in 2005.
Yeah.
And after that, yes, we made some crazy tourbillons for a lot of clients, for yes, a lot of company and brands in La Chaux-de-Fonds.
And in those days, 2005 to 2007, the market was a bit like now, huh? Everything was possible.
Yeah, the market also was totally crazy.
You were giving these brands the ability to create the watches on which they have established their reputations. So yeah, amazing. And a very high turnover too, 50,000 movements per annum, 60,000?
Yes, approximately.
That's powering the independent industry there, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What did you enjoy the most in those days, Frederic? Was it the creative aspect of mechanics that you put your real input in those days, in those early days?
Yeah, because I like the challenge. I like the challenge, and also to bring something new for the company, for the different brands, and I like to found something new, and to bring some new idea, fresh idea, and it was yes, my mission, my goal during several years for a lot of brands.
So when you were at Minerva, you were not independent, of course. Then with Concepto, you were maybe half independent because you were still working for other brands. And then you needed to develop your own thing and become fully independent. Was that the journey for you?
Yes. And also it was a totally, yes, it was a new challenge for me, of course. Because you change for independent things, and but I like the challenge and the novelties also. Yeah.
So in the introduction to this, Frederic, we were saying that jumping hours is a complication that is beautiful and is not used very much. And yes, you have become one of the symbols of the jumping hours. How, as a watchmaker, why do you like jumping hours, and when did the idea come to you?
Especially for the Helios and of course the Moon Deity collection. The first point was before finally the mechanism. Before was the first idea. It was okay. I would like to bring the sun inside the dial, like old sundial.
Yeah.
Because inside the dial, you see the movement of the shine and the dark rays. It's very similar like the old sundial.
Yes.
With the shadow
absolutely
around the dial. It was for me the first idea to bring yes, a new and fresh idea with a very old, because the sundial is the root of the time. It was the first time to see the time, and for me it was important to bring something special and like an old sundial inside the watch.
Yeah.
And it was totally crazy because I started with the design, the idea, but for mechanism, I don't know. I create totally the mechanism after the design. And with no compromise, with a real sun inside the dial. It was really the way to bring this complication with 24 jumping hours.
And then you got, sorry, Johnny.
It is amazing. It's difficult to describe because most people expect a watch to have a dial, a flat surface with numerals and hands on board, and the hands move around the dial. Well, what Frederic has, his invention replaces.
Do you have something to show as Johnny is describing it, Frederic? Do you have a watch?
I have the Helios, and also I have the Surya.
So as Johnny carries on, we can show the pieces.
Yeah, hold it up to your camera, Frederic,
yes.
So we can show our.
Okay, sorry, Johnny. Yeah, you were saying, Johnny. Sorry.
Excellent. Yep. So Frederic has dispensed with hands, as you would expect, and you can see now that it is a three-dimensional view. It's like as Frederic says, it's like a futuristic sundial, and those around the dial, those 12 batons are like conical batons, and they have two sides: a dark side and a light side. And each hour that goes past, one of those, it jumps from one to the next. So it is theoretically a jumping hours.
Yes.
And also at the center, you have your minutes and your seconds, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. And so it is fully functional. It's not just an hour hand watch, but there's hours, minutes, and seconds going on there. And it's absolutely, whenever I saw it, sometimes you see something and it just goes, wow. And that's the effect that it had on me, Frederic. So it's fantastic. Yeah, I loved it. Yep.
And in-house manufacture movement, no, Frederic, where because of your experience, you are in the position to create a concept and to create a movement that goes with it.
Exactly. Yes, it's the in-house movement. I hope you see that. Maybe I can change the view of my camera.
Yeah, we have a watch affinity. Frederic asking us if you can si tu peux tourner la couronne pour montrer comment ça progresse en fait.
Yes, I try to put my camera. I would like to fix it.
Okay.
Maybe like that.
No problem.
Yes.
I like those ancient tools and hand operated tools, watchmaking tools. Love it.
Yeah, it's fab. It's that's a fantastic view. Yeah.
That's great.
It's great.
Yeah,
perfect.
It's good. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. And like that, we have perfect midnight.
Yes.
Every rays are in black now.
Yes.
And we have the minutes, and the minutes indicate 20.
Yes.
Okay. And of course, now we start a new cycle. Okay. Now it's coming the EM side with the first ray or sunbeam of the day, like that.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
1 o'clock.
Yes.
1 o'clock. And the second one.
So all the time, in the center, that's the minutes display, because the minutes are all marked out on that little center piece.
Yes, exactly.
So as the disc rotates around it, there's an arrow there that indicates the minute.
Exactly. The minutes are there.
Excellent.
And now it's 2 o'clock EM and 6 minutes. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45, and at 2:59, and now 3 o'clock.
Awesome. Amazing, amazing.
Can you take it a bit closer to the camera just to show the gold buttons that are now, yeah, here we go.
Even
so
better, that's
see,
perfect. Yes,
yes, we can see the 3.
Yes,
in my image,
yes,
there is 6, and in there you can see 3. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's so good.
And
so good.
We show the like the old sundial, because the sun or the shadow turning inside the dial, and at 4 o'clock, 3:59.
Brilliant. So good.
it's wonderful.
4 o'clock.
And there's no, Frederic, there's no running seconds as such visible. We had a doubt with Johnny. Yeah, it's the minutes in the middle, and to check if the watch is in motion, you rely on the balance wheel at the back, on the motion of the balance wheel at the back.
If you want, I can to show with the computer inside the minutes, because all the mechanism
Wow.
inside the minutes, and it's more complicated, like a tourbillon cage.
Of course,
more components,
more
rubies, and the size is smaller, like a tourbillon cage.
Amazing.
It's very complex.
Yeah.
If you want, I can to show with my drawing.
I like this.
Absolutely.
Look. Just I need to turn off my. Yes. I don't know if you see.
Yes, we can
that.
see.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, and now look inside the Earth of Helios with 100 components just in the middle.
Extraordinary.
Amazing.
It really is.
With very, very small components. Look, the wheel is totally crazy.
It really is. And there's obviously, God, I know what it reminds me of, Pietro, but it reminds me.
Yeah, Johnny, I'm thinking as well of some metaphors or analogies, but I want to ask Frederic how long it took, of course, on the back of your experience at Minerva, Concepto, so your school days were pretty solid. How long did it take to develop this movement, Frederic?
When I start with the first idea till the watch come to the market, approximately 3 years.
3 years.
3 years, and yes, it was very for me the big risk of my life, because I never made a very, very downsizing components. It was the first time, and the results of the watch is the watch working, the complication working with only 1 barrel, and also the thickness is also very
Yeah, 13 millimeters, no? It's 44 millimeters
44
the case, and the thick,
exactly.
yeah,
And
thickness
the thickness
is 13.
Yes.
Nice, very nice. So it's very wearable. So it's a highly complicated piece, but it's not too bulky or too big for the wrist. Very clever. How many? Because everyone knows, Frederic, a very limited production capacity. Yeah. How many can you make at the moment of the Helios, and how many in total of your all collections?
Yeah, just for you, inside the movement.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, that's more interesting. Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
You see how it works with the sun rays, and look, it's amazing, because yes, it's first time I made this technology.
Fantastic.
It is, yeah.
Eh,
It's wonderful to see this 3D CAD drawings to see, because this is all part of watchmaking. So it's not just fabricating the components. You have to design it and mathematically work it out that everything fits and everything goes together, and that's one of the most important parts, and one of the parts of watchmaking that is literally unseen, because we don't see these CAD drawings, and so it's a fantastic insight, Frederic, and just to demonstrate how technical, how complicated the mechanism that your mechanism is. It's remarkable. It's
Maybe
really,
we can see.
Thank you. Thank you.
We can see the case back, Frederic, of the real watch. And for those that are just joining us now, we are live from La Chaux-de-Fonds in Switzerland with Frederic Jouvenot, a young, talented contemporary watchmaker, not known to many yet, but known to the lovers of independent watchmaking. And we are seeing in details his work on the Helios edition. Yes, if we can see the case back. Et Frédéric, je te demandais avant combien de pièces tu peux faire par année pour la Helios et toute collection confondue. I am asking Frédéric how many pieces, with this level of complexity, how many pieces he can make every year.
Yeah. Depending the market situation, because in 2020, of course, it was totally dead. But approximately 5 to 10 watches every year.
Okay, so Johnny, we need to get one soon.
yeah.
This is
very limited.
Yeah, after this video, what you've shown us, I think there will be some movement there. So 5 to 10 for the Helios, or 5 to 10 watches altogether.
Yeah, all together.
Wow. Okay, because every watch is made by you, by hands, and it's all your work. So there's not such a thing as big facilities or a big team behind.
Exactly, because I working alone.
Amazing.
Yes,
alone.
I'm working alone. Of course, I don't have any machine. I have my friend. I have a friend supplier, and the friend. Produce the components, but for everything, if not, yes, I do that.
And it's all La Chaux-de-Fonds kind of based, no? In terms of supplying of the components and everything.
Exactly. Yeah, I have some facilities, of course, because the La Chaux-de-Fonds is yes, a famous city with a lot of different supplier to produce, of course, a lot of components.
There is an ecosystem in Le Chaux-de-Fonds that supports the whole watchmaking community, that one person can work with other people and share their ideas, and it's kind of open source in a way. Some of the independent watchmaking anyway, but yeah.
Johnny, shall we drag Frederic into our endless debate about the Swiss made? It would be interesting to have your opinion, Frederic. Independent watchmaking now is international. We know amazing Russian watchmakers, Finnish watchmakers, German watchmakers, Austrian. Yesterday we were in touch with our friends from the Austrian watchmaking community. Mm-hmm. But still, being based in Switzerland gives what to an independent watchmaker like you?
What
do you think about Swiss made?
Yeah, for me, I don't want to judge any people or any company, because every people, for me, every company need to exist with
how they can.
Every people need to find the balance, and I don't want to judge any people for that.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah.
This
For me,
for sure.
the people
This for
are
sure.
free to working maybe in China or I don't know. And for me, I just want to bring some fresh ideas in the watchmaking industry.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see for that, or I don't want to judge any people.
Yeah.
For that.
But are you happy to see that independent watchmaking has developed so much in different places in the world? And I'm not talking about big volumes coming from China. I'm talking really about the master watchmakers that you can find in the US, in Russia, in Finland, etc.
Yes, yes. I think, my opinion, the watchmaking is like a special art.
No doubt.
And you can do this art everywhere in the world.
To be able to do it, yeah.
For
Interesting.
me, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Frederic, in terms of special pieces, bespoke customization of pieces, are you somebody that likes working with the input coming from the client, or you prefer doing your thing? How do you position yourself on this?
I customize a lot of watch, and also actually I continue to develop also some project for watchmaking industry for other companies.
Yeah, this was my next question.
Yeah. And yes, for that I modify my own watches, or for example, I made this one, the Gloria watch. The base movement is totally crazy.
Okay.
I restored the old movement. It's a Movado 620. And I made, for example, 12 watches like that.
Which is this, Frederic? Which watch is this?
This one, maybe you never see anywhere.
No.
No.
I'm happy to give a preview to our followers.
Collectors in Asia.
Wow.
Is it a Frederic Jouvenot?
Yes, it's the name mean Gloria.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
So you kept the secret from us, Frederic?
Sorry?
You kept, t'as gardé le secret de... You kept the secret.
Yes, exactly. During maybe 5 years.
Wow.
Yes.
And you made 12 pieces? Is it terminé now? Is it finished?
Sold, yes, I sold 11 timepieces.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Excellent.
And
wow.
I made some engraved timepiece.
Are you going to...
It's an example with a special project.
Amazing. Okay. That's very interesting. So for those that are following, obviously the limited edition, we offer multiple opportunities for customization, and we are happy to know that Frederic Jouvenot is also, has that possibility despite the very low production capacity, if you like. Really, really good to know, Frederic. We'll have to have a private conversation about that, what you just showed to us. Il faudra avoir une conversation privée par rapport à ce que tu viens de montrer.
No problem. No problem. I have also the Surya.
Yes, if you have something else to show us, with pleasure, absolutely. So we have the Surya. Once again, Frederic, is all the different concept of the sun around the world, especially in ancient civilizations. Now, Surya was the sun for the Indians, yes, and Helios for the Greeks, and Amaterasu for the Japanese and
Yes.
Inti for the Incas. So you have this real, real clear concept.
Exactly, it's a complete collection around the world with all some very old civilization. From the Greece, Helios, he was the first one for the collection. Also because the idea is founded in Greece during my vacation.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
okay.
ready.
Yes.
And yes, it's very unconventional, and also the sun for every people is the life. It's very positive.
Absolutely.
It is.
And I'm showing
Absolutely.
this Surya. And
Surya.
I think so. You have a Surya there with you to
Yes,
show us?
I have a Surya with me, the sapphire version, like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
You mean the diamonds? The diamonds, yeah. The diamonds.
Yes, sorry,
version.
maybe I need to turn the
To get
one.
the light, yeah. Because the sapphire stones are set in between the hour markers, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Yes, between the
and-
petals, found
Yeah.
12 pink sapphire.
Magnifique. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, this one, yes.
Yeah. My goodness me.
Sapphire, diamonds. So there are excellent and multiple ways to dress your concept of the sundial on that dial once you have secured the movement. I guess obviously the movement is the same caliber that we have admired before on your
exactly,
cap.
of course.
And yeah, can we see the case back from that Surya? Is it?
I try.
Okay. Yeah, nice one. Let's see if there is something I can show here as well.
Yes,
Sometimes it's
the base
Beautiful,
movement
yeah.
is a little bit different
To the Helios.
than Helios. Yes, maybe you see the movement is an automatical base movement.
Yes, I see that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Exactly.
very impressive. Frederic, I'm so happy we did this because it turned out to be a screamer. I think that we will remember this episode. There's so much to talk about your art that I think we need to do something more. And can you tell us, will you be at Watches and Wonders? Are we gonna see you there in those days?
Yes, I will be in the Time to Watches during the
yes,
the watch show with a small booth, and you are Johnny and Pietro welcomed there, and to continue the discussion and talking about yes, watches and more.
excellent.
Very good.
Yeah.
We have our I love the Instagram name Bacon and Potatoes from Singapore, asking, are you going to go to Southeast Asia, sorry, or specifically to Singapore anytime soon?
Yes, why not? Why not?
Yes. So Bacon and Potatoes, you just have to invite Frederic, he will come.
Place your order and Frederic will deliver it. How about that, eh?
So we have so many signs of appreciation. If you have any questions for Frederic Jouvenot, let us know. It's been an absolute pleasure. Justin, our friend from Hong Kong, is saying they need some of your watches there. Frederic, Hong Kong is obviously becoming a solid center for independent watchmaking. And Justin, we discussed about this. You remember how different things were a year and a half ago when you and I spoke, and how things are progressing very, very fast. It's amazing. Dubai as well, Frederic. So it's looking like you're going for a worldwide tour very soon.
Yeah, I hope that.
Brilliant. Frederic, can I ask you one other question? That you also had one called the Moon Deity, didn't you? I think, or was that just a concept, or did that happen?
No, it's Hubble, of course. But last year was a little bit complicated and would like to concentrate my energy on the Solar Deity collection.
Yes.
Because I need time to change my website.
Okay.
But step by step, I made some new pictures, and yes, in few months I bring also the collection, like the Moon collection.
Wow, because that's another
The
spectacular.
Moon collection are there, huh, also.
Wow, see?
Be
Fantastic.
there.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
And
Remember to
oh,
send
I
everything.
love that. That's sapphire bezel, and it's got the, it actually has an R marker. That's a really cool piece as well. Can't wait to see it. But I know what you mean, Frederic. It is hard to do everything on your own, to make your watches, to make your website, to do your marketing, to get out there. It's a lot of work.
Remember to send everything to us as well, Frederic. Remember to send everything, as the limited edition is obviously listing the full collection of Frederic Jouvenot. And if you have any question, any inquiries, we love working on also customizations, and we can help with that. It will be an absolute pleasure. And Frédéric, je ne sais pas comment te remercier. C'était un grand plaisir. Thank you very much. It was really good.
Thank you guys for your time, for your passion also. And yes, take care. And yes, I hope to see you during the Watch and Wonders in the next at the end of the next month.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
really looking. Yeah,
Thank
really
you
looking
very
forward
much.
to that too.
We have another couple of comments from Bacon and Potatoes. How many pieces? We have discussed this with Frederic. Frederic has a capacity of 5 to 10 pieces a year, so let's say 1 a month. But we can pull his arm to try to, to get some allocation in the near future. We surely would like to secure Helios carbon for our own collection. And Timeaholic saying, Frederic, we didn't see you here in Dubai, but we met Andreas. We saw your watches. They are interesting. I don't know if the Andreas is Andreas Strehler. May not be. Watch Affinity, also another very nice blog here in the UK. Frederic, our partners, Watch Affinity, great. Marcus doing a great job in promoting the independence. I really appreciate it.
Great site.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Marcus.
Yes.
It's a great
you.
comment to have and feedback. Thanks, everyone. I understand that we need to take Frederic back to this little show of ours that couldn't exist without the other imposter on the other side of the screen. Johnny, thanks so much for always being punctual and knowledgeable, passionate, and sharp as we need, for this hour to be fun as we are trying to do. Thank you so much, both of you. Frédéric, merci beaucoup. À très bientôt.
Thank you. Merci. Take care and see you soon.
See you
À
very
bientôt,
soon.
Frédéric.
À bientôt. Au revoir.
Bonne
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.